Hello, friends out there in Cindy's Corner. Welcome. And if you've got this book, Susie, the Whispering Horse, go get it so you can follow along. And if you don't have it, this is one for the library. Because boys and girls, maybe you're taking a break right now, but are you giving it your best? That's what I'm going to ask you as you listen to this story. This author was a professional rodeo cowboy. Here's our title page. Susie, the Whispering Horse. Author, Dr. Michael Johnson. Illustrator is Sammy Watson. Once upon a time, there was a horse named Susie. She was a chocolate bay with a star on her face. So fast on any day, she could win any race. Susie was a very special horse indeed. She was long and lean, and her eyes were green. With her flowing back, mane, and tail, Susie was a most beautiful steed. She had a friend. His name was Miguel. He was a cowboy, and he and they got along well. Susie let Miguel ride when they walked, and Susie whispered when they talked. Susie was very fast, faster than most horses, it seemed. She ran like the wind, like something from a dream. Miguel was good with a rope, like most cowboys, you know. They decided to become a team and ride in the rodeo. They practiced and practiced and practiced again. Susie's job was to get Miguel to the calf so they could win. Miguel would throw his loop, and when the calf was caught, Susie had to work the rope and keep it taut. That means tight. Not too much, or she would pull the calf away. Not too little, or they might be there all day. She had to keep the rope just tight enough. Susie could do it she was a horse with just the right stuff. Susie learned her job was to get Miguel to the cattle, and Miguel was getting better at roping from her saddle. They were a pretty good as far as cowboy and horses go. They were ready to win some money in the rodeo. Miguel would back Susie in the box and nudge her with his boot. He would call for the calf, and in a flash, they would be out of the chute. Oh, Susie running hard with her head down low. Miguel and Susie riding in the rodeo. Things were going quite well. And then Susie noticed something was wrong with her friend. Susie whispered, "What's wrong, Miguel? Why are you so sad?" she whispered. Has something happened? And is it bad? My parents are always telling me what to do. My teachers are always teaching me something new. And all they talk about is the work to be done. I wish they would leave me alone and let me just have fun. Sound like some of you? Susie was worried about her friend. She knew he was making bad grades over and over again. She didn't know how to tell him. She didn't want to be rude, but Susie knew the problem was Miguel's attitude. She whispered, "What will you do?" Miguel said, "All we need is me and you. Let's just load up and leave today. Who needs parents and teachers anyway?" So Miguel saddled Susie and loaded up in the truck. "I believe we should leave," he said. "We'll find our own luck." And the next thing you know, they were out on the highway. Even though no one asked Susie how she felt that day. They traveled all over, went round and round, made their way day by day, from town to town. Susie running hard with her head down low. Susie and Miguel riding the rodeo. Things were pretty good at the start. Then things got worse. They couldn't win a third, fourth, or fifth, much less a first. Miguel wouldn't practice. He just didn't seem to care. Susie whispered to herself, "This fellow isn't treating me fair." Then one night in Colorado, with everything on the line, Susie put Miguel right there. But he missed with his twine. Susie had enough. Her cowboy had broken her heart. "Miguel," she whispered, "you are simply not doing your part." After the rodeo, they went walking off. And Susie did most of the talking. "Miguel," she began, "I don't want to hurt your feelings, but you are not being fair with others in your dealings." It is really not parents or teachers causing the problems in your life. It's you, my friend, that is causing all the strife, your strife. You don't have to make bad grades. That's not your fate. You need to study and try and get your life straight. Miguel, we must all do our part. And if we don't, we break everyone's heart. We can all do so much more. We just have to discover what we are really for. Miguel looked into Susie's deep green eyes and knew she had whispered something very wise. Miguel is older now, but he still remembers those days when Susie, the whispering horse, helped him change his ways. And boys and girls, it's not too late for you to change your ways. If you're making bad grades, it's not your parents, it's not your teachers. It's right here in your heart. You got to dig deep and find it. I hope this book has helped you become the best you can be. I hope you like this book. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. It's a great book. And try really hard to be the best you can be. Tell me what you're going to do in the comments on Cindy's Corner. I can't wait to see if you need to have a little change of heart and start walking to follow your heart and your dreams. Have a great day on Cindy's Corner.